All right, guys, so as I thought, lunch video is pretty short. I did try to do the girls' lunches here, but every time I would remember they had already eaten, so we'll try better next week. So yeah, so 2 lunches a week is really not amazing, but anyways, I just thought I would get on and tell you guys how the first week went. It went okay. They're having some issues with their backpacks because they're so full. So I feel really bad for them because it's like they just don't. The locker is really important. It's a really important thing to have when you're. And I'm thankful that they don't have books like I did back in the day, because that would have just, I don't know how they would have done it. But Emily has played the flute for 3 years, and she went into her new jazz band class, and they don't have flute in jazz band. So the teacher was really nice, and he was like, look, you can play the piano or the saxophone, neither of which she knows how to play. So she took on the saxophone. So that is another big item that she's having to carry with her, because she has to bring it home daily now because she doesn't know how to play it, so she has to learn it. So that was a little shock, but she's super excited to learn it. She has learned, like Mary had a little lamb and hot cross buns. So she picked that up pretty quickly, and I guess it is the same fingerings as the flute. It's just, yeah. So we'll see if she can do that. So I think she's a little worried that she's going to be able to basically be able to play it within the 9 weeks. So I told her to challenge herself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, if you can't do it, fine, but at least you tried. So her goal is to be a music teacher when she gets out of school. So you need to learn other instruments, obviously, but yeah, so that was that. Maddie was fine. It was the same school she's been to, and she didn't have any issues finding her classes, even though she was worried about it. And I was like, you've been to this school before. I mean, it's not new. Emily didn't have any issues either. We had a map. So she has PE, band, art, and language arts. She only has 4 classes because they go for like an hour and a half. And so the first 3 classes are like right close to each other, and then the last class is upstairs. So she didn't have any issues with that. But yesterday was Friday, so and Fridays everybody is online, and so all the teachers are online and stuff. So that was a little tricky. Maddie had a hard time. She missed her art class because she didn't know where the link was to get on, but just a learning curve. And then they were fine. But then last night, after I picked Emily up from volleyball, I get the email that there's already a case in the high school. And it is a student that goes on the same days that she goes. I don't know if it's a freshman, sophomore. I don't know. The email basically said that they will contact us, the parents, by Monday if your child may have been in contact with that student. I'm assuming meaning in the same class, because obviously who knows if they could have walked by each other. But they are all wearing masks and stuff. Emily's very good about wearing her mask. And as far as I know, I don't think there was any issues with the teenagers being pains in the butts with their masks. So school's pretty strict about it. And then an elementary school had one student, a little 2nd grader, that I guess came down with it. So we'll see. This is like, I don't even know, you guys. This is so crazy, this whole school thing. Like I said, you guys know it was a hard decision for me to send him. I'm still okay the fact that I sent him. I guess I didn't think that the first week of school we would have an outbreak. So funny thing, sports is like really still up in the air. She hasn't yet had a game. The other teams have, the higher up teams have. They each had 1 game last week. But we were having problems because some of the bigger schools around our area weren't playing sports yet. So the rule is that when you start a sport in high school, you have to have 10 practices in before you can play a game. So I think that's what we're up against right now, is that a lot of the schools haven't been practicing, whereas we had been practicing. So we're ready to go. So we're waiting. But when I drove by on Friday to pick her up from volleyball, Thursday, one of those days, the football team had a game and the soccer team had a game. And the football team, the way the football field set up is it's like kind of curved down, so you really can't like sit at the fence and be able to see. But when I drove by, there were parents like sitting in their trucks really high up in chairs to watch. And then the soccer field actually is kind of by the chain link fence, and there were people sitting outside the chain link fence, and that's exactly what I would do if I was in that situation. I would totally sit outside. We do have an option to watch like a live feed, but I tried to watch like the sophomore. We know a girl that's on the sophomore volleyball, and I tried to watch that game, and it was delayed. It wouldn't come up, so that was kind of frustrating because we do have to pay for that. You can buy like a package for like $70 for the whole year. Or I think I paid $10 a month because volleyball only goes for September and October. So yeah, so all I know is that they better get this all figured out by the time softball starts, because that's our jam, and I will sit outside the fence to watch my kid play high school softball for sure. Anyway, so it's Saturday. It's like 11:30 a.m. The girls are still sleeping. Welcome to teenagehood. They're about to get woke up though, because we are painting their rooms today. They each have, their bedrooms are painted from when they were little girls, little babies. Maddie's is still from her nursery. It's like a lime green. She had Winnie the Pooh theme when she was a baby. And then Emily's is Pepto-Bismol pink. So it's time. So I had already started, you can see these walls are like mocha, and we're going to paint everything gray, like a Revere pewter gray. I'd already started on the bathroom. I did that like right at the Corona, and then I haven't painted anything else yet. So it's time. We're going to do that today, and Maddie's getting a full-size bed on Monday, so see weekend ahead. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know, like I said, there's only a couple lunches, but we will try. I tried to do a grocery haul last week, had a really nice grocery haul, and for some reason, I always push the button for slow motion and don't realize it until I go to edit. So that video was out the door. So I will try to do a grocery haul this week and do a little bit of a stock for some things, hopefully. So anyways, hope you guys have a great weekend. See you all next time.